Love, joy, and sorrow were all on display in this year's VOA Photo Contest. The competition saw more than 4,500 entries from 110 countries.
And photographers from Bangladesh made a strong showing, winning first, second, and seventh place in the recently completed competition. The winning image was submitted by someone from Dhaka who received the grand prize of my favorite, an Apple iPad.
My favorite too. And I talked with the contest coordinator, Terry, Wing of VOA English, and we also got some video commentary from a few of the winners as well. So let's roll it. What was the judging process like? How did you go through? How did you go from 4,500 photos down to the final few?
We asked each of the judges to take a look at between 300 and 400 photos each, and from that group to select 20 to 30 photos that they thought were the best of the group that they received. Those photos were then put into a second round, and the judges took a look at that second round, all of them together. Some 280 photos, and we tallied up the results from what the different judges had to say, and we went with the numbers.
Now I want us to go ahead and focus first on the winning photo. We'll try to bring that winning photo up here. Yes, right here. This is from Bangladesh. Now tell us, what was it about this photo that caused it to be the winner?
This photograph was taken by a young man from Dhaka, Bangladesh, who went to a nearby town by the name of Gabura, Bangladesh. Gabura has been the scene of endless tragedies over the years, and most recently was the victim of a huge cyclone back in 2009. The community still has not recovered from it.
I wanted to portray that struggle in my photo. Struggle of Gabura people against the nature. In my photo, an elderly woman at her 90s who can barely move was sorting her rice grains and looking at three ducklings who were waiting for the lady to look away, and they would try to eat the grains. The three ducklings here symbolizes the nature, and the woman symbolizes the people of Gabura. The nature and the people coexist with each other. At the same time, they are fighting against each other in every second.
But the fact that it's black and white, I think, just gives you more contrast as to the challenges that both man and animal face in this kind of environment.
Is she going to give them some grain? Is she sharing her grain, or is she trying to protect it? So I think
that's the question that it leaves in your mind. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
I think she's going to share.
I agree with you, actually. I think she's sharing as well. Let's move on to the second photo, the second place winner.
Saad Al-Faisal also lives in Dhaka, Bangladesh. First and second place in this contest came from the same city. This is of a man and his son. They're at a leather processing plant in Dhaka. You know, there's a certain pride that this young man has as he's holding his son. You don't know if he's taken his son to work because that's the only place that the son can be during the day, or what the situation is. But it does, I think it upsets us in this country to see something like this. But this is pretty much the daily life in a city like Dhaka, which has the extremes of rich and very poor.
Having all these problems and being from a very, very poor country, we are happy. Actually, our main strength is love between people.
When you look at all these photos that came from so many different areas of the world, you can identify some common themes. So I wanted to see if you could maybe address some of those themes and maybe the ones that struck you most in looking through all of these submissions.
People that are loved by the photographer, but also some pictures relating to the human condition, both in terms of daily struggles, but also in terms of victory and exaltation. There's a lot of humor in the photos that we received. there's a little bit of tragedy in the photos that we receive. I think it runs the gamut. It shows you the complete spectrum of the human condition. And I don't think we could have asked for anything more.
So some really, really incredible photos in this contest, and Ron, I just can't wait to see what everyone has in store for us next year.
Absolutely. I was just amazed by looking at those photos. You know, it shows you a glimpse of what kind of lives people are living in other parts of the world.
Right, and it's a way to see their lives through their own lens.
Beautiful shots.
Absolutely.